And a most pleasant Saturday evening to you one and all. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long for the first half of a weekend two-game set between the Armstrong Arrows and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. The Arrows making their way to the eastern part of the state by way of Katanning, Pennsylvania, and their home barn, the Belmont Ice Arena, halfway between the southern terminus and the northern terminus of PA Route 28. Smack dab in the middle between Brockway, Pennsylvania to the north and the Steel City to the south. Armstrong 11-10-2 coming into today's game. And they and the Little Flyers have faced off against a couple of common opponents. In the month of November, Armstrong beat the St. Jude Knights 3-0 and the Buffalo Bisons 1-0, whereas the Philadelphia Little Flyers, managed a 2-2 draw against the Bisons on November 1st before losing to St. Jude 3-1. Philadelphia 4-22-1 on the season. But before the holiday break, we saw the second half of a two-game split between these Little Flyers and the New Jersey Colonials. So they haven't been that far out of striking range in a lot of those defeats, and that's worth noting. In the first half of this weekend set, second game, an early bird special tomorrow at 7 a.m., but our attention is on game one of this weekend series coming up right now. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the opening puck drop of round one between Armstrong and Philadelphia. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com. And welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. For round one of Armstrong in Philadelphia, the Arrows 11-10-2 on the season coming into tonight. Philadelphia 4-22-1, looking to kick off 2026 on a winning note. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. And to those of you joining us from the convergence of US 422, PA 28, and PA 66, we're glad to bring you this weekend series here on the Delaware Hockey Network into your homes wherever you may be. Broadway Joe Sindoni, our videographer and assistant producer behind the scenes. 17 minutes on the clock, and we're just about set to go for this Saturday night special from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Our officials tonight, Josh Baer and Zach Demzinski. And a look at the sweater colors, Armstrong and those Florida Panthers-esque navy blue kits traveling left to right in opening period play. Philadelphia in white, black helmets, black yokes, black pants, orange trim, moving right to left from our vantage point. Bailey Case getting the call for Philadelphia. Between the pipes here this evening. And for the Armstrong Arrows, it will be Alexis Claycomb handling net-minding duties here this evening. Puck is down for the opening draw, and off we go. Miska works the puck up the right wing boards beyond the reach of Brown, and Cora Falgowski hustling back into the Philadelphia zone, trying to clear it up the far side to no avail. Danucci couldn't push it free. Protecting was Brown at center point. Shot came in from Miska. From just above the corner boards right side, turned aside by Bailey Case to the far wall. And this is cleared by Norquist for the Little Flyers, back as far as the Armstrong blue line. Advancing pass broken up by Kira Postpile, driving her way up the left wing boards just over the Armstrong line. But here comes a 2-on-1 counterattack for the Arrows. Miska crashing the net. Stonewalled by Case, loose puck corralled, but not cleared by Stilianu. Salduti works the puck to center, where Isabella Stilianu, surrounded by Navy sweaters, throws it into the near corner of the Armstrong zone. Addison Miska hustling back deep into her own end. Fails to clear. Salduti trying to center to Riley Love, waiting on the doorstep. But she couldn't get stick on puck cleanly and close. This comes back at a neutral ice where Skylar Salduti leaves the puck in deep. Lillian King under forechecking pressure from Riley Bodorf. Lost her footing battling for the puck. Stilianu circles behind the net, and she'll try to play it up the far side, but a stick check from Hayden Seifert. Headed to Liberty University to play for Coach Rena Leone after this season. Recovers the puck and maintains attacking position for the Arrows. The centering pass to Bodorf resulted in a backhand shot covered by Bailey Case, who covers for the pause in play with 15 minutes and 21 seconds to go in opening period action. This will be an icing against Philadelphia. 9 seconds tick off the clock, and the face-off will come back into the Philadelphia zone to the left of Bailey Case. Hayden Seifert in for the draw. Across from Philadelphia's Sophia Norquist. Key player for the Flyers in their win over the Colonials right before the holiday break. And here, good defensive effort from Norquist. And this will be carried by Cameron Jetter through the neutral zone before Bodorf bodies her off the puck and recovers deep in Armstrong territory. 2 minutes and change behind us in the first period. No score. And Cora Falgowski protecting the right point for Philadelphia gives way to Aspen Schwinn. Schwinn with some support. Works the puck ahead to Bodorf, taken away. Recovered and cleared by Maya Morris. But this is going to come back an icing against the Arrows with 14:25 to go in the first period. And now an attacking zone faceoff coming the way of the Little Flyers. And this will be to the left of Alexis Claycomb, who's yet to see a shot on goal. Lainey Kinchlow joined to the circle by Stilianu. Quick shot off the draw, covered by Claycomb, and she'll hold for the pause with 14:22 to go in the first period. Stilianu and Kinchlow again. Stilianu won the draw. Danucci tried to kick the puck back to Falgowski at the point, but couldn't find her intended target, so the Flyers will have to regroup in their own end. Take away from Callie Guntram. Centering pass bobbled by Thompson. This puck recovered by Stilianu, and here she comes past center. She chips it beyond the reach of Christine Graff into the far corner of the Armstrong end. Puck recovered by the Arrows. Back check. Trying to work out was Kinchlow from the near side. Falgowski crossing to the left point hold. Centering feed Stilianu. Trying to tip the puck in from the mid slot, but didn't have the angle she'd hoped for. Back to center this comes, and Cora Falgowski. Cross ice feed to Moore. Pass intended for Stiliano was broken up by Madison Harris, who hustles off for a changing of the guard. We're 3.5 minutes in to this first period. Clock frozen at 14:23 here in the arena. And the shot by Norquist is skied up into the netting and out of play. So it looks like we're going to get a minute and change of bonus hockey. As the clock lapse was unnoticed by all parties involved. The shot from Skylar Salduti sailed wide. Norquist not in position for the redirect. Stepping up, Norquist winds up. From just inside the right dot, she sent that into the back glass. And well off her intended line. King from the feed from Love. Threw the puck in deep. The other Flyers changing and unable to clear for Armstrong with Schwinn. Stiliano plays the puck behind the net, where Morel is out hustled, I should say. Again by Schwinn on the defensive for Armstrong. Brooklyn Hooks recovers. She chips the puck beyond the reach of Jeter, but Moore recovers for Philadelphia. Was sure to gain that center line, and she threw the puck in behind the Armstrong goal before hustling off for a change with 4 minutes behind us in the first period and no score. More like 5 minutes and 10 seconds behind us, but 4 minutes officially here from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Callie Guntram couldn't backhand the puck clear. It is pushed back to neutral ice. Falgowski trails back to center to recover. Cross ice feed to post. Her defensive partner advanced up the left wing boards to Jeter. Jeter confronted by Guntram. Turned the puck over. Seifert failed to clear. A stick check sent that puck skittering slowly towards center point, which was maintained by Falgowski. Stiliano net front redirect off a shot from Cameron Cheddar was turned aside by Alexis Claycomb, keeping this game scoreless through the first 5 minutes of action. Morris tied up in the near corner. Unable to clear. She had some support from Guntram, who floats the puck to center. Volley back by Falgowski toward the Armstrong blue line, where it's driven by Seifert along the far wall, but not through. And an icing against the Philadelphia Little Flyers will give us a pause with 11 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. InjuryDE.com. Odd woman rush for Philadelphia, 2-on-1. Broken up by the back-checking Rowan Weibel. Getting the puck back was Danucci. Centering pass in front. Sy couldn't get stick on puck. Danucci with it again. Coming out the left side. Played back to Falgowski, but she was over the line, and the Flyers will have to reset a neutral ice. Falgowski with the dump. Norquist with the chase, but it's cleared back by Graf up the near boards into neutral territory again, where Danucci recovers. Cross ice feed. Norquist slowed up at the blue line. Gets a bump from Lori Thompson on her way in deep into the Armstrong zone. Recovering the puck is Graf, but unable to clear. Norquist to Danucci, working the corner, centering pass, fanned on by Sy net front. Post holds the zone for Philadelphia. She tries to walk in from the bottom of the left circle, switching over to the backhand, but she couldn't get her shot on net. 10:55 to go in the first period of a 0-0 game from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. First of two meetings between these teams in the span of 14 hours. A quick turnaround for all involved as we come back tomorrow at 7 a.m. for the second half of this series before the Arrows trek back to Katanning, hopefully in time for opening kickoff for the Steelers game. Graf with a long carom shot out of the zone. This puck ends up well beyond the Philadelphia blue line, recovered by the back-checking Kira Post. Post could not connect with Salduti. This held in by Brown. Falgowski again. Rings the puck to the left point. Barely held by Schwinn, but she gave it away. Salduti working back across neutral territory. She and Love outnumbered by a trio of back-checking arrows. And this puck is recovered by Callie Guntram, who lost her footing. Good support from Brown on the far corner, trapping the puck. And now it's worked free to Brooklyn Hooks, who cannot clear. She stood up by Willa Moore, keeping the right point airtight for Philadelphia here just beyond the 7-minute juncture of the first period. Hooks again. Advances the puck up the left wing boards. Brown sends it sailing from deep inside her own blue line, the rest of the way up ice. And this will come back an icing against the Arrows with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to go in period number 1. From Philadelphia. Oh, it's not a Steelers joke. We bleed black and gold at home. Hopefully they can finish on a solid note. But now back to the game at hand. And Miska from her own blue line volleys the puck across neutral ice. Moore returns it the other direction. Norquist could not maintain control. Riley Bodorf recovers for the Arrows. Moore at center. Chips it back into Armstrong territory. Bodorf a second time. Unable to set up a more deliberate attack. Seifert trying up the right wing boards, surrounded by Flyers. Seifert getting the puck back after Jeter bobbled it. And now Seifert walking in up the middle. Long shot, waffle boarded aside by Bailey Case to the far corner. So shots even 4-4 just beyond the midway point of the first period. No score. That long Stilianu chance was paddled away by Alexis Claycomb. Good for her 5th save on the evening. Post to Sy. Sy slowed up and stripped of the puck by Christine Graff just upon gaining the Armstrong blue line, and the Arrows will dump and change. This is Audra Sy. Cross-ice pass broken up by Thompson. And Cecilia DiNucci was offside as the puck crossed, so that will bring play to a screeching halt with 7 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first period from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Draw coming just above the Armstrong line. Won by Stilianu over Kinchlow. Graff could not clear for Armstrong. Second time, stays in as well. Falgowski protecting the point. Guntram finds a way out of the zone. Here's Thompson one-on-one. Thompson shot under pressure from Post. Sticked aside by Case. So we're still scoreless as we near the 10-minute mark of the first. Callie Guntram gives way to Salduti into a 1-on-2. Skylar Salduti off her backhand. Throws the puck toward the cage. This is frozen by Alexis Claycomb, who holds for the pause and play with 7:06 to go. Mark of the first. Callie Guntram gives way to Salduti into a 1-on-2 here in the first period. Another look at it on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. And we resume with just under 7 minutes to go in the Armstrong zone. This is an icing. Another attacking zone faceoff coming up for Philadelphia with 6:43 to go. Big guns on for Philadelphia with Sophia Norquist. Stymied by Brooklyn Hooks in the face-off circle. And Emily Brown's clearing attempt takes a hop into the bench, bringing play to a halt with 6:36 remaining in the first. Icing waved off on the long clear. Zach Demzinski says the puck was tipped on its way into the Philadelphia zone, and the Little Flyers reset on their own end. King, advancing pass broken up by Bodorf. Here's Miska. Back across center to Bodorf. This is going to be called back offside. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware. Just a 10-minute drive from IceWorks. Can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Here's Morris on a near breakaway. Corralling the puck and holding on is Case to keep this game scoreless. Another look on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay, muscling the puck away. Appeared to be Brown as Maya Morris crashed the net. Got tied up and ran out of real estate, and referee Zach Demzinski saying all fair in that competitive contact, working in toward the cage. So scoreless we stay with just over 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. A drive from Bodorf into the pads of Case. Post couldn't maintain the puck in the far corner. Jeter swarmed in the near corner. Guntram couldn't glove the puck down. It skitters back into the Armstrong zone. Morris clears. Seifert accelerates up the right dots. Shot from 40 feet was blocked by Moore. Caught her leg, ends up behind the net. Stilianu getting some help in the form of Willa Moore, who accelerates beyond center, and here she comes into Armstrong territory. Drop pass to side, didn't connect. Loose puck corralled by Bodorf, but not cleared. Danucci holds the zone for Philadelphia with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first period. Danucci shot squared up for and saved by Claycomb, and this is pushed back to neutral ice. Moore, cross ice pass bobbled by Sy. She had time and space to gain control of the vulcanized rubber, but she's steered to the near corner by Grafe. Stripped of the puck. Kinchlow can't push it clear. King, holding center point, gives way to Thompson, who heads a 2-on-2 for the Arrows. Thompson just over center. Gets the puck back off the Norquist skate and works it in deep, but the Arrows find themselves outnumbered on this attack, keeping us scoreless as we enter the final 4 minutes of the first. King gave way to a Weibel stick check, which resulted in the turnover. Post holds the zone for Philadelphia at the right point. Long shot was well wide. King, confronted by Harris, could not maintain the Philadelphia momentum. Arrows clear. And Stilianu up the middle. Was slowed up by Hooks, turning the puck back from her own blue line. And this will go untouched from there for an icing with 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go in opening period play. A scoreless hockey game so far at Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks, with shots 7 aside through the first 13:38. Hooks won the draw over Stilianu, but Post held the line for Philly. Graf clears. Post recovers. Cross ice feed bounces off the Salduti stick. She chips the puck beyond the reach of Graff to set up a 3-on-2, but she's angled to the far corner by Addison Miska. Love tied up by Guntram. Loose puck in front. Stilianu tries to dig it free. Holding her ground net front was Brooklyn Hooks, and she'll muscle this back toward her own blue line with some help ahead from Brown. Taken away, thrown in by Salduti. This shot ends up in the glove of Alexis Claycomb, who holds on for the pause with 2:46 to go in the first. We are yet scoreless from IceWorks. Face-off coming to Claycomb's left. 8 for 8 of the save department so far tonight. Norquist wins the draw. Great chance net front for Cy, but couldn't get stick on puck with Claycomb momentarily out of position. Norquist bobbles, more back to center. Faces some resistance as now Seifert's able to walk in up the right wing boards for the Arrows. Guntram couldn't hold the line. King into a 1-on-3, surrounded as she traverses the neutral zone. Gets tied up deep in Armstrong territory. Josh Bears saying no penalty here, but an icing against Armstrong will send the face-off back into their end with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first. Just over 2 minutes remaining in opening period play. Cecilia DiNucci to Jeter, top of the zone. Cy crashing the net, couldn't redirect. The puck passed on the doorstep. Post takes aim from distance. Stick saved by Claycomb, keeps the game scoreless. We've entered the final 2 minutes of the first period. In came Cy, double team from the half wall. Norquist offering support, gets the puck in deep. To DiNucci, centering pass. Post, top of the slot. Switches to her backhand, trying to steer it in from distance. DiNucci takes aim from the far corner boards. Didn't have a great angle to work with there. Cy kicks the puck back to Post. Carrying it in deep from the point again. DiNucci working below the net. Confronted by Schwinn. Cy working the far side now. Holds her ground, throws the puck through the slot. Couldn't connect with anybody in close. And Post fails to hold the point. And this puck is sent all the way back into the Philadelphia zone, where Jeter recovers. We're inside the final minute of the first period. No score from IceWorks despite 17 combined shots between the Armstrong Arrows and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Nearly an 18th, but Thompson was denied by a Stilianu stick check. Looming in close was Madison Harris, unable to get the puck past on the welcome mat. Final half minute at a freeze from Bailey Case. Gives us a chance to catch our collective breath with 27.1 to go in opening period action. Face-off coming to the right of Bailey Case. A perfect 10 in the save department, as is her counterpart Alexis Claycomb. Thompson and Stilianu to take the draw to the right of the Philadelphia net. Salduti clears for the Flyers. Guntram, the driving force behind the re-entry for Armstrong. Here a shot from Graff from the top of the left circle. Clears the crossbar, bounces off the end boards. Final seconds of the first period will tick away. And we are scoreless through 17. 0-0, Arrows Flyers back on the Delaware Hockey Network in a minute and a half.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Ready to go for the second period after a scoreless first 17 between the Armstrong Arrows and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. James Witherite joining you. We got the thumbs up from Zach Demzinski. Always appreciate when the on-ice officials make sure we're ready to go upstairs. And we're glad to have you with us wherever you may be here on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the law office of Heather A. Long. The Armstrong Arrows from not far from my old stomping grounds, Katanning, Pennsylvania. 45 minutes to Pittsburgh, 45 minutes to Clarion, 45 minutes to Indiana, 45 minutes to Brookville. So a slice of home brought east to yours truly here this weekend. Shot from Hooks was just wide. Salduti couldn't clear. Brown stepped up to the half wall to protect for the Arrows. And if you're just joining us here on the DHN, Armstrong clad in navy, moving right to left of the second period. Philadelphia in white, moving the other direction. 2-on-1, and the shot from Riley Love was stonewalled by Alexis Claycomb. Good for save number 11. This taken away from Love at the top of the far circle, and lumbering forward was Brown. Cross-ice feed didn't make it to Hooks. Post recovers for Philadelphia. Salduti chips the puck off the near boards. Back ahead to Riley Love this goes. Love tries to feed to post, working it up the left wing boards to gain the Armstrong zone. She's double teamed to the far corner. Recovering the puck is Lainey Kinchlow. She fails to clear. Stilianu. Long shot ricochets off the backboards. Graff from behind the net could not clear. Post holds the point. Graff gets the puck back, trying to work it through traffic right in front of the Philadelphia bench to no avail. More space up the middle, and she finds Riley Bodorf, who beats a pair of Philadelphia defenders. Here's Bodorf looking for the backhand. Ran out of space as King caught up to her. Stilianu fails to clear after recovering the puck. Second time, she bounces it off the corner boards into the path of Cecilia DiNucci, who drives her way past Aspen Schwinn to clear her own line. Here comes Bodorf again. Drop pass to Kinchlow. Backhand shot. And this is frozen by Bailey Case for a break in the action with 14:52 to go in the second period. Let's look at that 2-on-1 chance for Philadelphia in the first 35 seconds of the period here. Love working together with Salduti. Riley Love took the shot herself. First A-grade chance for the Flyers. And Kinchlow right off the draw as we rejoin action. Sees that puck covered by Case for a pause in play. Schwinn held the point but gave the puck away. Moore could not clear, but she pokes the puck free from Kinchlow to advance play into the neutral zone. Norquist could not center to DiNucci. Breaking up that net front feed was Rowan Weibel, wearing 25 at Armstrong Navy red and gold. Here's King. Steered to the far corner and stripped of the puck by Morris. Morel held the point. Puck taken away by Bodorf. And our first penalty of the game is coming up right now. And it will be against Philadelphia. Let's see what we've got from Josh Bear. Morel rung up for a trip. There it was right across center. And for the first time tonight, the Little Flyers find themselves on the penalty kill. This penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email MJR at 412communications.com. Mia Morel off for tripping at 2:58 in the second period. And a refresher on USA Hockey penalty kills in the U19 classification. Shorthanded teams can legally ice the puck. Trying to do so here was Moore, but that plan was foiled by the Arrows, namely Weibel. Seifert, Miska, Brown and Thompson complete the quintet of attackers for the Arrows. And the first wave of this power play, first of the game, after not a speck of ink made its way onto the score sheet in the first 17. Post, Falgowski, Love, and Salduti on right now for Philadelphia. Post swarm to the far corner. Had support from Falgowski as Miska turned up the pressure, so too Kinchlow. But again, the Flyers clear with 35 seconds remaining on the Mia Morel tripping minor. Seifert was slowed up at center by Salduti, but held onto the puck to set up Morris. Here a shot from Bodorf. Blockered up into the atmosphere by Claycomb. And the Arrows remain scoreless with 15 to go on this power play situation. Working our way to 5 minutes completion of the second period, still scoreless from IceWorks. Driving in was Guntram. Drop pass held in by Kinchlow after Love nearly took the puck away from Maya Morris. Kinchlow trying to strike goal. Puck is loose in front. Morris digging away at it. And this is cleared out by Riley Love, taking some heat out of a hot kitchen for Philadelphia. Salduti picks up the loose biscuit. Here she comes. Shot flubbed from the top of the circle and covered up by Alexis Claycomb to bring play to a pause with 11:39 to go. A flurry of activity in front of Bailey Case. As we revisit it, the initial shot from Kinchlow, digging away Morris, couldn't loft the puck past Bailey Case. And coming the other way, Skylar Salduti had nearly a breakaway chance up the right dots, but poor contact on the puck. Sent it skittering slowly into the office of Alexis Claycomb, who was able to freeze easily for the pause in play and keep this game scoreless with 5.5 minutes behind us of the second period. Interference, the call here from Josh Bear. And 5 minutes and 36 seconds into the second period. Our first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night is upon us. Aspen Schwinn, the guilty party. And a tip of the hat to the arena DJ. What a fitting selection. Oops, I did it again. Oh, we're back in the 90s, friends. Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play, desportsmed.com, the place to go to learn more. Aspen Schwinn rung up for interference at 5:36. Slowly developing 2-on-1. The pass from Bodorf intended for Miska was off its line. Salduti recovers at center for Philadelphia. Back in she comes. Drop back to DiNucci at the half wall. Salduti centering feed. Norquist digging away net front. Couldn't get past Claycomb, sliding to the near post. DiNucci trying again, but Claycomb slams the door. Alexis Claycomb answering every call to this point, 14 for 14 in the save department. As we see this centering pass from behind the net, Salduti setting up DiNucci. But again, Alexis Claycomb with the last word for the Arrows, keeping this game scoreless with 6.5 minutes behind us in second period play. Post Falgowski, Norquist, Salduti, and DiNucci. The power line on for Philadelphia. Post angle to the far wall, gave the puck away at the blue line. Guntram turns, winds up, but she can't carry him it clear. Norquist protecting for the Flyers. Gets past a lunging Guntram. Plays the puck behind the net. This thrown into the goal mouth by Salduti. DiNucci couldn't get stick on puck. DiNucci back to Salduti. Corrals a bobbling puck. She leaves us back to Post, winding up from center point. Norquist got some lumber on it, but directed the puck away. Falgowski's shot was blocked. Hooks stepping up at the point, and now Hooks pushes the puck clear. Cora Falgowski recovering for Philadelphia. Pushed back to her own line. 15 seconds to go on this first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night. No score between Philadelphia and Armstrong in their first meeting of the weekend. We'll do it all again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Get the coffee on with your Post-Gazette. Here's DiNucci. Bodied down behind the cage. Demzinski says play on. Hooks recovers. Kinchlow clears. Post volleys the puck back. Delayed offside against the Flyers. Last to tag up was Morrell. And play continues more or less unabated. A bit of extra time for Callie Guntram to operate. And she works through the neutral zone before dumping the puck in behind the Philadelphia goal. And the Arrows will get some fresh legs on as we near halfway. Still looking for that elusive first goal. Thompson one-on-one. Off her backhand, steered by Falgowski. Below the goal. Thompson did get a backhand shot away, but it was at a very awkward angle. Stepping up and shooting was Kinchlow. Saved by Case, and some extracurriculars after the fact. There's the shot. It ricocheted directly off the post. And into the blue paint. And Silianu's going to get rung up for a cross check. Sending Philadelphia back to the PK here just beyond halfway. In the second period. Another frozen puck under the glove of Bailey Case. Saved by the iron just moments ago. Brings the face off to her left. Morris to Brown behind the net. King lays a shoulder in on her to try to take away her lane. Seifert from distance. Wound up. Puck pinballed off its path in a congested slot. Bodorf taking aim in close. And this is frozen again by Case. A goalie battle to say the least of tonight, but again, neither team really able to generate those high danger chances. It's at this rate going to be a case of who makes the first mistake. So far, both teams playing solid defensively. There have been a couple breakaways, a couple 2-on-1s. A delayed penalty coming up against Armstrong. Let's go to Zach Demzinski. As we see this again on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Seifert's going to go. As we try to get the story from Zach. And Seifert was ultimately ruled off for roughing at 9:34. Bringing us 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. And another Alexis Claycomb save. Brings play to a halt with 7:10 remaining in the second. Getting a hair chippy tonight in the city of brotherly love. Nothing to be said about sisterly love. But so it goes. Scoreless through 27 minutes. Falgowski to Danucci up the right wing boards. 4-on-4 for the next 23. Cecilia Danucci with support from Norquist behind the net. Back to Danucci, this comes, give and go. Norquist shovels the puck in close. It's directed away by Claycomb. Arrows clear back to center. Falgowski in a foot race back into her own zone. Miska, the forechecking menace for the Arrows. And now a Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Philadelphia Little Flyers will take us through the next 50 seconds. Sai to Danucci. Danucci angled to the near corner. Had some pressure from Lori Thompson. She dumped the puck in behind the net. Norquist, opposite corner. Brings us back out to the top of the circle. Drop pass and a long shot from Lillian King, caught and held by Claycomb, who holds for the pause with 5:56 to go and a half minute to go on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. We are still scoreless. From Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Salduti pushed back into neutral ice by Morris. Moore from her own blue line. Connects with Love, working back in up the left wing boards. She's tied up at the base of the Philadelphia bench. She gets some support, and now Moore has open space to shoot from 40 feet. Glove saved by Claycomb, who holds for a pause in play with 5:33 to go in the second period. Still scoreless from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks in the first half of this weekend series. Following this game, we'll adjourn for a nap and a cup of coffee, and we'll be back at it at 7 a.m. tomorrow, right here again on the Delaware Hockey Network. So get your coffee, get your Post-Gazette or your Inquirer, whichever your preference. And join us for some Sunday morning puck here just outside Philly. Bodorf couldn't hold center point. The Arrows regroup in neutral territory. Seifert bodied off the puck by King just upon gaining the blue line. Love recovers, advancing pass bounces airborne off the stick of Salduti. She ends up in the near corner of the Armstrong zone, but she's stripped of the vulcanized rubber by Rowan Weibel. Weibel, confronted by the forechecking Cameron Jetter, turned the puck back over. Philly back in control. Stilianu turning and shooting from the bottom of the left circle. Didn't have the line. Stilianu centering pass to her from Moore, unable to connect. This is taken out of harm's way by Bodorf, but held in at the point by King. Arrows working behind their net again. Failed clearing attempt. Recovered by Moore, but she's pushed back to center to gain control. 4:04 remaining in the second of a scoreless hockey game. Moore from deep in the Philadelphia zone volleyed the puck to Weibel waiting at her blue line. This is taken away and walked up the left wing wall by Lillian King. Close-up shot, turned aside easily by Claycomb. Norquist double team to the far corner. Played the puck behind the net, Mia Morell. Cross ice feed, nobody home. This ricochets off the far wall, and Thompson couldn't clear. She got the puck back and sent this back to the Philadelphia blue line, where Falgowski bulldozes up the right wing boards into Armstrong territory, but lost the puck mid-zone. This is cleared back. Post recovers. Cross ice feed beyond the reach of Jeter. Recovered by Christine Graff at the Armstrong blue line. Neither team able to generate much in the way of forward momentum. Here as we enter the antepenultimate minute of the second period, still scoreless from Aston. Weibel with the dump and change. Arrows trying to set up on the offensive. Guntram working the right wing boards. Lacking for support, gave way. Post wound up and just cleared. Brown recovers, but she turns the puck over in the neutral zone to Sophia Norquist, stood up at the Armstrong blue line. This is backhanded by Miska. Up the left wing boards. Rolling puck, corralled by Post behind her own goal. 2 minutes and change to go in the second period. Still looking for that elusive first goal of the night. And Bailey Case is going to freeze the puck for a pause with 2:06 to go. In second period play, face-off coming to her left. We are still 0-0. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Schwinn to Miska. Schwinn to Miska again. This time it works. They gain the Philadelphia zone. Miska crashing the net. Shot from point blank range, steered wide by Case. Good for save number 17. Danucci has a chance if she hurries, but that near breakaway turned into a 1-on-2 by the time she got to the puck. Centering pass, Sy not in position. Here's a 1-on-1 the other direction. Addison Miska confronted by Falgowski. Good poke check right at the blue line to keep the Arrows in the neutral zone. 1:07 to go in the second period. Stilianu floats the puck off her backhand to Sy up the left wing boards. Sy into a 1-on-4 upon gaining the Armstrong line. Overpowered as we enter the final minute of the second period. And this is whistled offside with 53 seconds to go. Face-off coming back above the blue line. And the Arrows march their way back into Flyer territory. Love chips the puck past Seifert. And she walks it in for a close-up shot. Squared up for by Claycomb for save number 20. Here's Love again. Salduti stripped of the puck. Morris, 2-on-2. Together with Kinchlow. Moore's backhand clears the zone, and that's going to do it for the second period. As through 34 minutes, we remain scoreless at Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Back in 90 for the third period, 0-0 through 2 here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by Heather A. Long.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Ready for the third period from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. 0-0 through 34. And as mentioned earlier, we get to do it all again tomorrow, and we certainly hope you can join us right here on the 412. Airtime 7 a.m. for the second half of this weekend set between the Armstrong Arrows and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Kinchlow and Stilianu take the opening draw. Here we go in the third. What have we got from Josh Baer 12 seconds in? Something against Harris, roughing the call. So if Delaware's sports medicine power play for the Little Flyers. Just 12 seconds into the third period, in the words of the late, great Mike Lang, the turkey's on the table. Harris rung up for roughing. And that initial attack of the Arrows to start this third period, ultimately all for naught. Guntram working back deep in her zone, pressured by Norquist. Floats the puck beyond the reach of Sy, but post recovers just beyond the blue line. Falgowski throws this in up the right wing boards. Graf winds up, and she will clear. Minute gone of the third period. 35 scoreless minutes of hockey so far. Maya Morris confronted by Danucci. Had support from Seifert, who slapped the puck the length of the ice from her own blue line. So a solid kill for these first 70 seconds for the Arrows. And the Flyers will change as Addison Miska pulls back behind her own net. Morris skates the puck to center, where she's pickpocketed by Willa Moore. Here's Moore around Miska, around the net off her backhand, floating the puck about belt high, and Danucci couldn't reel it in. Morris pushes it clear. King back to the Philadelphia blue line, recovers. Stilianu shovels this off her backhand in over the Armstrong line, where Miska again will clear. Here's King up the middle. Advancing pass finds Salduti off the near boards as the Arrows get back to full strength. 14:40 to go in regulation. No score between the Arrows and the Little Flyers. Salduti from Love. Centering pass didn't connect. Here's Weibel. Up the right wing boards, back into the Philadelphia zone of the drop pass to Emily Brown. Resulted in a wide shot. Love 1-on-3. Lost her footing just above the blue line as she and Guntram converge. Callie Guntram overshot Brown on the advancing pass back through the neutral zone. And this is going to come back in icing with 13:59 to go in regulation. No score between the Arrows and the Little Flyers. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. And new for 2026, Dr. Bly's membership program, which offers discounted physiotherapy, shockwave therapy, along with priority appointments, nutrition, and exercise coaching. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Puck out of play, face off in the Philadelphia zone, and Cameron Jetter walks her way to center before Lori Thompson strips the puck from her. Kinchlow couldn't push it back into the Philadelphia end. Post, D to Falgowski. This is stick checked up in the atmosphere momentarily by Thompson before Jetter could recover. And the puck rolls behind the net around to the near half wall, overskated by Post. Jetter, surrounded by blue sweaters, got a shot on net. Easy stick save from Claycomb. Her 22nd stop of the night. Here's Lori Thompson the other way. Unable to get past Post just inside the blue line. Holding the point was Schwinn. Post all alone net front, intercepts the puck. And the Flyers clear back to center. 4.5 behind us in third period play. Rowan Weibel from her own line. Ricochets the puck off the near boards to Seifert. Shot stick checked by Post. Directed wide by Bailey Case, the birthday girl, making save number 18 on the night. Birthday wishes to Bailey. And so far, so good on the day of celebration for the Philadelphia netminder. Seifert trying to change that from her own line. Backhand feed beyond the reach of Addison Miska. King under two-ply pressure, responds for Philadelphia, but this puck is volleyed back across the neutral zone by the Armstrong Arrows, namely Rowan Weibel. Weibel slows up side. Seifert gathers in the loose puck. Schwinn overshoots Miska up the left wing boards. Danucci gets a shove off the puck in front of the Armstrong bench from Seifert. 11.5 to go in this 0-0 contest. Skittering puck, Danucci drives it into the Armstrong zone, but the Arrows have the positional advantage and they work back clear. King throws it in. Weibel tries to outsprint Sy. Cross ice pass, Brown unable to clear. Stilianu swarmed her. This is Schwinn playing the carom shot up the near wall. Bodorf finds the puck and advances it now to Brooklyn Hooks. 2-on-2 for the Arrows. Emily Brown coming in from the corner. Slowed up by a Willa Moore's shoulder, separating her from the puck, but Graff holds the zone at the left point for Armstrong. The centering feed from Bodorf was broken up. Looming net front is Moore. Puck bounces to the near corner, 10.5 to go. And the whistle of Josh Bear sounds with 10:28 remaining. Cy heads back to the bench. And another Delaware Sports Medicine power play is upon us. What have we got from Josh Bear? Nope. Didn't think so. Reckon it was a high stick on the puck. Shot blocked by Madison Harris. Shot the other way, disrupted by Post. Backhand from Thompson. Coming in from the corner. Denied by Case. 19 for 19. And a puck out of play with 10:07 to go. It gives us a Zach Demzinski whistle. We restart just above the Philadelphia blue line. Guntram dumps the puck in. Moore could not clear. Walking in was Laurie Thompson. Couldn't find the front of the net. Norquist to Love, one-on-one. Love beat the defender. She walks in. She shoots and scores. Riley Love with 9:39 to go gives the Philadelphia Little Flyers the advantage. Here it comes again. Norquist staying with the play through the neutral zone. Connects with Love. The power of Love is a curious thing. And here it gives the Little Flyers the advantage. 7 minutes and 21 seconds into the third period. High danger opportunity for the Arrows to respond, but the birthday girl Bailey Case holding her ground well amid a flurry of net front activity. So officially Love from Norquist on the Philadelphia goal at the 7:21 mark of the third. As this Little Flyers team, after a rough start against some very tough competition, starting to find their way. Halfway through the third period. The Arrows fans wanted a trip. They're not going to get it. Here's a 2-on-1. Stilianu overskates the puck. She shovels it in behind the cage. Guntram coming back the other direction. Breakout pass barely finds Bodorf. Stilianu got a stick on it, and she recovered the puck right in front of her own bench before heading off for a change. Hooks' advance was broken up by Morrell. Guntram back inside her own line. Deeks Danucci off her feet. Guntram cross ice feed fanned on by Graf. She gets the puck off the near boards and she comes over the Philadelphia blue line before being met by Kira Post. Arrows lost the zone. Brown tries to drive her way past center. Knocking Norquist off her feet. Puck battle directly beneath us. Norquist throws a body at Hooks. Here's Cy trying to walk in over the line. And the whistle sounds with 7:18 to go in the third period as Hooks picks herself up and heads off to the bench. Play was ruled offside, and we restart at center. Audra Sy, cross-ice pass, couldn't find Cecilia DiNucci. Here's Lainey Kinchlow. Harris just onside for the zone entry. Flyers clear. Schwinn confronts DiNucci at center. Puck ends up back in Arrows' control. Lori Thompson keeping it out of her own zone. 6:40 to go in this 1-0 hockey game. And an icing against the Arrows will send the face-off to the left of Alexis Claycomb, who was perfect through 22 shots. It was the 23rd that got the better of her. The Riley Love goal at 7:21 here in period number 3. Seifert boxes out Stilianu on the draw. Put enough on the puck to clear the zone and draw the Flyers offside with 6.5 to go. Here's Seifert taking aim from the top of the right circle. And again, Case says no ma'am. 412 Communications instant replay time. Hayden Seifert, the Liberty commit, picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone. Had a clear lane at the shot from 35 feet. But Case held on for dear life. More pile driving. Couldn't get past Claycomb. Final 6 minutes from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks before we do it all again tomorrow. Bodorf to Morris. Losing her footing. Shot over the crossbar. A solid chance that one, I thought, had eyes from 30 feet. Hooks protecting. Swarmed high in the zone. Leaves the puck in low. Morris tried to backhand it toward the goal mouth. 5.5 to go. Love takes her time carrying the puck up the left wing boards. She gains center before throwing this in. Fresh Flyers coming on. Schwinn volleys the puck back. A lazy clear enables the Arrows to change up just the same. Weibel and Norquist converge in the near corner of the Armstrong zone. Weibel winning that battle, post steps up to try to recover for Philadelphia, and she does. Norquist steered behind the net by Schwinn. Was angled to the far corner. She cycles to Falgowski. Norquist couldn't control the puck at the half wall. This is floated clear from deep in Armstrong territory, and a rolling puck will come back and icing with 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Philly with a 1-0 advantage. That one coming off the stick of Riley Love. Arrows looking for the equalizer, but time starts to run short. 4:12 remaining. Addison Miska could not clear. Stilianu picks up a loose puck, She gets it as far as the dots before she's steered to the corner by Maya Morris. Karam shot behind the net. Ends up now on the stick of Guntram, tied up by Jeter just above the corner. Final 3:45 as this protracted scrum finally breaks away. Moore turns the puck over. Solid forecheck from Hayden Seifert. The shot from Miska in close, denied by Case. Good for save number 22. Seifert holds the zone. Long shot sticked away by Case to the far corner. Final 3:10. Morris in close, surrounded by white sweaters. Couldn't shoot from point blank range. Trailing back, Thompson threw the puck in from distance. But it too pinballed off its line. Miska holding the left point. Bobs and weaves through traffic. Blocking was king. And this puck is pushed clear by Willa Moore to the near corner, taking some heat out of a hot kitchen. Weibel just protected the point. 2:40 to go. Morris again taking aim from close. And Case stands tall for the 24th time tonight. Barely holding the point there was Rowan Weibel as we see this again. Maya Morris walks in from the corner, tries to shovel the puck over the shoulder of Bailey Case, but to no avail. 2:38 remaining. Philly 1-0 the advantage over Armstrong. Graf gave way at the point. Norquist clears, icing waved off by Josh Bear. 2:15 to go in this 1-0 contest. Philadelphia's Riley Love with the lone goal. Looking for a second in close was Cy. Norquist bodied down. Loose puck recovered by Danucci in the corner. This is kicked back to Falgowski. Post working the outside of the far circle. Cross slot pass. Cy couldn't redirect it on the doorstep. Inside the final 2 minutes now from Premier Orthopaedics IceWorks. Falgowski keeps the puck in close. This is cleared by Graf, manning that low slot. Advancing the puck to Bodorf. Surrounded by white sweaters and angled out of the low slot in front of Bailey Case, who's been a perfect 24 for 24. 90 seconds to go. Miska could not clear. Falgowski protects the point. And the puck goes into the Armstrong bench area, out of play, with 1:22 remaining. A hush falls over IceWorks. Feeling more like the 18th green at Oakmont right now. As the Arrows try to generate some sort of forward momentum. Morris, Seifert net front. Can't control the puck. A scrum surrounds Case. And play is whistled to a halt with 1:02 seconds to go, and the extra attacker is coming on for the Armstrong Arrows. Great game from Alexis Claycomb, any way you shake it. 23 saves on 24 shots. And now it's up to the Armstrong offense to get this game back level. Philadelphia is going to take their timeout, so will we here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Back momentarily.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Bailey Case, 25 saves on 25 shots for the Philadelphia Little Flyers. 1:02 to go, and the extra attacker is on for the Armstrong Arrows. Seifert, Miska, Guntram, Morris, Thompson, and hanging high at the point, Weibel. DiNucci gets the puck to post, but it's held in by Weibel right in front of the net. Long shot. Turned aside again by Bailey Case for save number 26, and the Flyers clear. Final 40. Guntram to Thompson. Advance to Miska up the left wing boards. Miska takes a shoulder from Norquist mid-zone. Thompson recovers. Maya Morris tried to put one on a tee net front for Seifert to finish, but she couldn't connect. Final 15. Morris again. Couldn't find Miska on the welcome mat, and the Flyers clear. Final 8 seconds. Guntram, last chance. Seifert, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that, friends, will do it. A perfect outing for Bailey Case. 26 shots, 26 saves, backstopping the Philadelphia Little Flyers to a 1-0 win over the Armstrong Arrows. We'll leave you with a look at the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Well-deserved tip of the hat to Alexis Claycomb. In net for Armstrong, 23 saves on 24 shots. She gets third star honors. Riley Love, the goal scorer, the second star. And Bailey Case, the birthday girl, 26 for 26 in the save department. She is the first star of tonight's game. We will do it all again tomorrow as the Little Flyers and the Armstrong Arrows will meet for the second half of this weekend series. Game time, 7 a.m. Get the coffee on. Turn on the Delaware Hockey Network for the second half of this weekend set. Our videographer and assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rose, and I'm James Witherite. Thanks for your company tonight. As together we watch the Philadelphia Little Flyers defeat the Armstrong Arrows 1-0. Thanks to a Riley Love goal and a 26 save effort from Bailey Case. Good night to you all from IceWorks. We'll see you again in 9 hours and 20 minutes.